Irish potatoes are the second most consumed staple food in Kenya. They are generally grown in higher altitude areas in 15 counties on rain-fed land, where they compete favorably with maize production. We meet Miriam, who is a researcher at the Kenya Agricultural Livestock Research Organization, and she tells us how to grow potatoes.
Basically, first, a farmer should source for clean seed. There are various seed merchants in the country, KARLO being one of them. We do produce basic seed at the center, and we have our sub-center. We have a sub-center in Jabini, that is in Nyandarua County. We have a sub-center in Molo, that is in Nakuru County. It is called Maridas. We have a sub-center in Meru, a center that is called Maliba. So, and we have other seed merchants like ADC. We have Kisima Farm that also do seed production, potato seed production. What a farmer should do is that you source for clean seed, and on the other hand, a farmer should ensure the farm is clean, free from diseases. And basically, nowadays there are other emerging diseases like PCN, potato seeds nematode. It is one of our key diseases that have emerged recently. We also have the bacterial wilt, and farmers, especially them that are doing seed production, should make sure that their farms are clean or free from these two diseases. The other thing, after you ensure that your soils are clean, you should make sure you should take your soil for soil testing to check the minerals that are present, and the person who will have tested your soil will recommend the rates that you should apply. The spacing for potatoes now, after ensuring everything is clean, you have sourced seed, there are minerals that are there, the spacing should be 75 by 30. That is, between the rows is 75 and between the tubers is 30 centimeters. And while planting, make the rows very well. It all depends whether the weather is favorable in terms of rainfall. Is there too much rainfall? Is there less? If there is no rainfall, make shallow fallows so that the little rainfall will be able to get the tubers. After that, you put your fertilizer, and the fertilizer rates. After, of course, there is generally that recommendation that the person who has tested your soil will recommend. But generally, the general recommendation, we say 200 kg in kilograms of DAP or NPK in 1 acre piece of land. After that, what you do is that you apply your fertilizer, you now cover your potatoes, and you wait for the potatoes to emerge. After the emergence, you combine weeding and earthing up. You earth your potatoes well, just like the way we have done. You earth and you weed, you remove all the weed that is in your crop, and after weeding, after emergence, you wait and you scout for the water. If the weather is favorable for a disease that we call late blight, make sure you apply a preventive fungicide. After you apply for preventive fungicide, after 45 days, you do your weeding, and second weeding is done at 45 or 2 months old crop. And make sure you also, at the same time you are earthing up, you remove all the weeds, and after that you now come and also scout whether the weather is favorable for blight infestation. You come and spray your fungicide, and you make sure when you're spraying, it all depends whether, if the weather is favorable, you do a cycle of 7 days, 14 days, depending on the weather. So, and you make sure when you are spraying, you do alternative spray. You should not continue spraying for using one fungicide in all the cycles. You should alternate the fungicides, and in this case, at this time, you should spray a curative, because probably your crop has started being affected. And after that, you wait for your crop to mature, and you make sure that your crop mature completely. It all depends whether are you going for seed or are you going for ware potato production. If you're going for ware potato production, wait for your crop to senesce up to maturity, and after that you come, you harvest your tuber.
800,000 people in Kenya directly benefit from on-potato farming production, while potatoes provide a source of income for over 2.5 million people employed in the value chain. 90% of potatoes are grown on small holdings on less than 0.5 acres of land. Potatoes are therefore an important food crop for food security as well as an important cash crop.